Let's just talk about situations in Major League Baseball. Talk about the Yankees. Yankees pitching staff has got holes in it. There is no Garrett Clark coming back. That's a big issue. Or I should say Garrett Cole. Yankees batting order's got holes in it. Outside of Aaron Judge and Paul Goldschmidt, there is nobody else hitting in that Yankee batting order. Might there be a trade coming to add another bat? Pay attention to that. And the Yankees are sitting there with a pretty decent record to start the season, looking cross town at the Mets. The Mets with Juan Soto. And he is getting booed at Citi Field. He's getting booed in all the other ballparks. He's getting booed at Citi Field. He's going to get booed at Dodger Stadium, too, beginning tonight. Juan Soto, it's absolutely amazing. His average heading into the weekend was 222. Just absolutely staggering. In a 3-week window, he hit 119. Juan Soto hit 119. I've watched him at the plate. I've seen video. His mechanics are so screwed up, John. It's absolutely stunning. With runners in scoring position, Mr. Me, Myself, and I hitting 130 with runners in scoring position. And he went 77 straight at-bats before he hit a home run. I did hit a home run, 2 of them actually, over this weekend. But boy, he just looks totally lost out there. So that's the Yankee Mets story. Tampa Bay story. Star shortstop in court facing 4 to 14 years in prison. Remember the name Wander Franco?
Yeah.
All-star, big money shortstop, arrested a couple of years ago, sexual misconduct, sex trafficking, dating a 14-year-old, paid the girl money, paid the mother money so he could have an affair with this girl. Wander Franco in huge trouble in the Dominican Republic.
He was like one of the top prospects in baseball.
Yeah, he got a mega contract 2 years ago and then promptly got arrested.
Jeez.
So that trial began today on Monday. So we'll see what the testimony, what the opening statements are there involving him. Cincinnati Reds logo. Holy cow. So we go through all this dialogue about Pete Rose, Rob Manfred, 3 years of discussion by the commissioner as to, do we take him off the suspended list, the ineligible list? Pete Rose dies. Then they announce he and Shoeless Joe Jackson and everybody else had been suspended for gambling, allowed back in baseball. So Rob Manfred does an interview this past weekend, and he makes the statement, the decision on Pete Rose was long overdue. Say what? You knew the man was trying to get back into baseball. So Manfred walks through the process with a reporter in this interview and says, when he signed the agreement with the original commissioner, Bart Giamatti, he knew it was a lifetime ban. There was no way for him, there was no language that allowed him to apply for reinstatement, yet he kept doing it. He knew it was a lifetime ban. So that was item one. After he signed the agreement, the Hall of Fame in Cooperstown went to the commissioner's office and said, we are changing our voting regulations. We have decided that anybody who's on an ineligible list cannot have their name on the ballot. So Manfred says, Rose signed the agreement. He knew the rules. Hall of Fame came to us and said, we're making a change not to allow anybody on the ineligible list to have their name written in. The commissioner agreed to that. So the commissioner kind of put it on the Baseball Hall of Fame. He said, well, they changed their rules so he wasn't eligible. It's just the screwiest thing that I've heard. Now, we do have the Classic Era Committee. It won't meet till 2027. They're going to evaluate the 16 members that are on the Classic Committee, evaluate whether Pete Rose's name should be put on the Baseball Hall of Fame ballot. But that committee is made up a lot of great Hall of Famers who are still living, and most all those guys are in grudge mode against Rose. So the story is, that story is not going to go away. And the last baseball headline, they've been playing baseball since 1884. Nobody in the history of baseball since 1884 has ever started a season 9-50. These guys have, the Colorado Rockies. John, they are on a pace to lose 136 games. We thought last year's Chicago White Sox season was the worst of all time. White Sox lost 121. That beat the New York Mets, the first-year expansion Mets in 1962, and they lost 120. The Rocks could lose 136 games. They've already shattered the worst start in baseball history going back to 1884. Just absolutely amazing. Congratulations, Dick Monfort. Your name's in the baseball record book, owner of the Rockies. John, floor is yours. Talk Yankees, talk Soto, talk Tampa Bay, Pete Rose, and the Rocks.
Okay, I have a question for you about the Yankees because you're saying they maybe need another bat or two. And I was just thinking, whatever happened to DJ LeMahieu?
He's been hurt.
So he's still on the 40-man or the expanded roster.
LeMahieu had 4 hits against the Dodgers on Sunday, but he has been hurt nonstop for almost 3 years. You know, he was part of a really good group of Colorado Rocky players. Remember Troy Tulowitzki?
Yeah.
And he put up great numbers. LeMahieu put up great numbers, and they played all those years in the Mile High. They played on turf. And those guys kept breaking down. They both of them got to the Yankees and were just absolute physical wreck. LeMahieu was there. He's got a big contract. He's been more time on the DL than he's been on the active roster, but he can play second. He can play third. The question is, can he hit? Well, at least Sunday he had four base hits.
Wow. I mean, so, we were always complaining, oh, the Padres have this problem and that problem, but all the teams have problems. Every team has problems. So the other comment is the Red story. That's nuts. I mean, everyone is thinking, okay, finally Rose is going to get in. And now we're in some other kind of weird, funky zone that we can't get this guy into the Hall of Fame. I mean,
now he's off the ineligible list. Hall of Fame can't keep him off the ballot. Now it's the 16-member classic committee will look and evaluate, do we want him on the ballot? He's eligible to be on the ballot. But 16 members, I was told 10 of them or 12 of them are former superstars who are in grudge mode that this guy bet on baseball. It's not soft.
Everything. It's just stupid. I mean, he deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. I mean, with all the warts and all. And the Rockies, my God, they only won 9 games. Unfortunately, one of them was against the Padres. But did you see, remember Nick Martini? I mean, he played for the Padres for a while. And I noticed in your best 15 that the Rockies released him. I mean, imagine being released by the Rockies. That would just be a gut punch.
Look at the roster. It's a gut punch.
Yeah.
Too many young players, just not enough veterans. And that's just a disaster. Okay, that's all things baseball. Fans Forum chat box is open. We're not done. We've got a lot of other things we're talking about this Monday bonus podcast.